Back to Warzone Morloc 40k, the best Warhammer 40,000 channel that you've never heard of. Have you ever heard of it?
God, no.
You're in it, and we have a special guest who's lurking in the corner, who's going to be floating around and will keep the scores for us. It's going to be
Caveman
amazing.
Paul's here today in the studio. We're very lucky. Caveman Paul.
We're going with Caveman Paul.
We're going with that, apparently.
Yeah, that's going viral. Caveman Paul. Today we're playing a 2,000 point game between brand new Eldar with full post-it note annotation so I don't get lost and waste lots of time.
And Custodes.
Brand new Custodes.
And you get a little thing where I don't need post-it notes because I've got this little thing. I can actually mark my own pages. What an improvement by Games Workshop. Thanks very much indeed.
And a wonderful looking Custodes army, which you can get previously loved Forge World models and Games Workshop models from AA Wargames. AA Wargames.
AA Wargames.
Check out AA Wargames and Triple Helix Wargames.
Triple Helix Wargames.
Triple Helix Wargames. So good that we mentioned it 3 times, but Nick had to be prompted to remember that. It's agony. It's absolute agony. And
you carry me through this stuff.
He made us stand up for this intro as well because there's a sparse on chairs and we're having to lean over because we can't quite get the angle and my back's going. Stick around. 2,000 points of IYANDEN ELDAR versus Custodes.
This is Warzone Morloc.
Here we go with my 2,000 points on the nose, brand new, fresh to the channel, IYANDEN ELDAR Craft World Army. Check this out. We're going in with my Warlord, and first HQ option is going to be the Farseer Skyrunner. He knows the powers of Fortune and Will of Asuryan, so that should give him some awesome flexibility when it comes up. The Farseer is my second choice over here. He knows Guide and Doom, which is going to be buffing some sort of core units all around him. And my third option is going to be the Spirit Seer here, and he knows Ghost Walk as well as all of them knowing Smite. Troops choices, I've gone with 5 Rangers, which I got from the new set, the Eldritch Omen set. I've got Brewer's Droop on one of the guns because I left it too near the heater, but gentlemen of a certain age, you know we all get to that point. And the other 2 choices are the Storm Guardians with Serpent Scale platforms to try and give them a bit of resilience on some objectives. They're all with basic combat weapons. There's no power weapons, they are bare bones. Big beefy unit here of 9 Wraith Guard with the I can't remember what they're called, the Wraith guns. And I have 5 more Wraith Blades over here with the Mirror Blades or Mirror Swords. Hopefully there's some good strats to get them to get stuck in with this guy as well. I have 3 jet bikes just because it was the first unit I painted. They're too cool to leave off because jet bikes are iconic. They don't fit particularly well on this list, but do you know what, who cares. I have 2 fire prisms because of the new stratagem with linked fire. You can put them within 12 inches of each other and one of them can use the other one's shots effectively with the prism cannon and focused fire. And lastly, bringing up the rear, as you can see, is the Wraith Knight of Doom with a huge sword and shield ready to get stuck in. The relic I've taken is going to be the Citronome of IYANDEN, and it's going to be on this guy here, which grants +1 attack and battle focus to a unit of his choice, which will obviously be probably the Wraith Blades or situationally dependent, of course. And my Warlord trait is going to be Enduring Resolve, which is just a 5+ Feel No Pain. It's all IYANDEN themed. I know it's not the strongest, but it's what we go for because I want to run the theme. That is, to my best guess, 2,000 points on the nose.
This is 2,000 points of Custodes from the Emperor's Chosen Shield Company. Of course, we're led by Trajan Valoris in the centre there, because there is no Custodes list that he's not going to appear in from now on, but he's the absolute best. Just in front of him, we have a shield captain on Dawn Eagle jet bike with a Misericordia, which I genuinely am going to try and remember to use this game, and a salvo launcher. He's been upgraded with a stratagem, the Emperor's Heroes, I believe, and he's been given a separate Warlord trait, which is Superior Creation, so he's going to have a 5+, basically feel no pain, which is very nice. The other third HQ is the Blade Champion, the brand new model for Custodes over there, and he's the one carrying the relic today. He has got the Eagle's Eye, which gives him an extra wound, and one phase of the game gives him a 3+ invulnerable save. The last time we get a 3+ invulnerable save with the Custodes. Beyond that, the troop choices at the front there, we've got 3 units of Custodian Guard, nice and easily. Down the bottom, we've got 1 with spears and 2 with the sword and board. Nice and simple. Yes. For elites, we've got 2 Alarus Custodians, the Terminators. They are both individual models, because you now take them as single models. We've also got a Contemptor Galatus Dreadnought in the elite slot at the back there, because, I mean, look at him. It's a Dreadnought with a sword and a shield. And a Vexillus Praetor over there as well, who's got, I've got to remember which of the many different, he's basically got the standard that gives everyone near him in whose core light cover, which is quite nice. For fast attack, we've got a squad of 5 Virtus Praetors, who are going to be running there over there. I know that I'd like to have one more and run 2 units of 3, but for the time being I've only got 5 painted, so 1 unit of 5 we shall have. They've all got salvo launchers. And finally, in heavy support, of course, we have the Telemon Dreadnought at the back there. He looks so angry. He's got an Arachnus Storm Cannon and the Telemon Caestus, the fist, basically, with the twin plasma projector on the side. The only other thing is I've spent 1 command point before game for Eternal Penitent. So that's for the Galatus Dreadnought. He's going to be, so he'll have a reroll to his charges and an extra attack. And 1 extra CP also spent on that Dreadnought to put him into the teleport chamber. So from Golden Light they come. So that is 2,000 points. In fact, that's 1995 points of Custodes ready to basically just wipe out all the Eldar.
Poshnik.
Hello.
Welcome back to the Warzone.
Thank you very much indeed.
Thanks for coming in.
Oh, just a pleasure to be here again.
Where have we put the objectives for this mission?
The objectives.
Talk about the mission first.
Let me tell you a little bit about it. So it's search and secure. We're doing an open war games day, nice and simple. We're playing search and secure, which is the objective, which means that there are 6 objectives placed around the board, and I'll show you where they are. We are going to number them to make it easy, because that will come in later on. 1 objective down the back here on my side.
Yeah.
Obviously Custodes set down here. 1 objective in the centre.
1 in the middle at the temple.
And 1. Where did I put mine? Oh, I'm sorry, right here, amongst my army there.
Yeah. And I have 1 down in this objective here, 1 over in this corner, and 1 behind the pipes. That's it.
Surrounded by weak little guardians.
Yeah. So from turn 2, 1 of these objectives will vanish, will it not?
It most certainly will.
Which is hilarious.
There are 6 objectives, so yeah, every single turn at the end of the battle round, 1 of these objectives will disappear.
I
We'll
reckon it's
randomly
going to be one of
determine
yours.
the dice roll. Yeah, most likely it will be mine.
This is the only way I can keep in the game somehow.
And it's nice and simple. You get 1 victory point at the end of the battle round for each objective you hold, and that's it. And obviously 1 disappears each turn. And our twist card is Unstable Reality. Reality is apparently just going absolutely nuts around here, which probably explains why your guys are all dead and still walking.
Yeah.
And apparently, so everyone on this whole board, you subtract 1 from their leadership and subtract 1 from combat attrition tests. So everyone's going to be a bit more likely to be hurt and run away. However, my leadership's 11 all round, so it's probably not going to do me much harm, but your guys, especially the Guardians, are probably more at risk of that. So I'll be interested to see what that does.
Indeed.
Yeah.
Let's have a look at deployment. Where have you put your awesome golden boys?
My golden boys set up pretty much a massive wedge in the centre here. Obviously we've got the diagonal deployment, which you'll have seen previously. Got the Virtus Praetors over here, all set up on their jet bikes along with the shield captain. Got a Custodes Guardian squad, Trajan and the Blade Champion, 1 single Alarus Terminator holding the objective. Hilarious! Another Custodian Guard squad here who are very likely going to try and push and get this objective in the centre. Vexillus Praetor over here holding his very fancy standard, and finally the last little squad holding in the building over here, just exactly within 3 inches of the last objective here. Oh, and the Telemon. Very bravely, the Telemon that could, very bravely sitting around the corner.
Yeah.
And in my teleportarium, I've got 1 single Alarus Terminator still waiting to come out, and I've got the Galatus Dreadnought.
Nice.
How about the Eldar? Where are they?
On my side, I've got some basic Biatch Guardians sat on the objective over there. I have my 2 fire prisms ready to utilise that linked fire strat. Some jet bikes there, they can hide and push on to whatever needs to be captured later on. My Wraith Blades are tucked in there, and the Spirit Seer is over here. Normally they'd be following up behind, or he'd be following up behind, but with the Iyanden stratagem, they can do it from anywhere really, just got to keep them safe. Big squad of dead boys and girls there. The Knight's just gone Gary Big Bananas right in the middle of the board, who's going to hopefully chop something in half and then die. The Farseer on jet bike is right in the middle there. The other one is just here. He's going to nurse those Wraith Guard, and some more basic Guardians with their Serpent Shield sitting on this objective here.
Little banana guys.
And lastly, some sneaky Ranger work, hoping to take out or take a few wounds off somebody fairly important over there. But they are the toughest people in the Imperium.
Of course they are.
I think we're going to chip the paint and that'll be it.
Before we go, so we've got, with some of the pre-game stratagems that we've used, because I've got Trajan Valorous, I get an extra command point. So I'm starting on 10 command points, Bill is starting on 9 because he's taking 3 for the massive Knight in the
3
centre.
command points spent and a big point sink, which means it's not a competitive choice, but do you know what? I've got one, I'm going to use it.
Nothing
look,
about this channel has ever been competitive.
A big, thick, long purple length to ram through you.
And then we're going to play our game of Warhammer.
Make your own jokes. And then we'll play Warhammer, yeah. Nice one.
I have to tell you, I've got my martial katars. This is the new rule for the Custodes, so I have to choose 3 katars that I'll be following during the game. I'll explain how I use them as we go along, but I have to reveal them at this point. And they are, first of all, it's going to be Callistus, which is basically one that gives the more speed to the army. Rendax, which is meant to be very good for taking down monsters and vehicles, with which you've got a few, and that is the special one for the Emperor's Chosen. It means they can basically use more rules than other Custodes armies would at that point. And finally, Dakatarai, which is the last one, which basically is a way of trapping you into combat and using a few more attacks against you. So those are my different ones. And now we're going to roll off to see who goes first.
What were you going to call your army?
Well, I wasn't going to call my army is called the Tip of the Spear, which sounds really cool.
And I just tried to round it down to just the tip.
So my army's now called Just the Tip.
Just the Tip,
which is also
Posh Nick.
Also going to be our new channel name for when we come up with any tips and tactics for you. We'll be giving you Just the Tip.
Just the Tip. If you want just the tip of Posh Nick, tune in. Roll off for first turn.
Go on, Eldar.
It's a strong 1 for the Eldar.
It's a strong 6 for the Custodes. That's how we start.
Let's go.
Didn't actually want it, but that's fine.
And with the roll off 1 by Nick, we're going to play that you get a choice to go first or second because it seems fair.
Well, that's the open war thing anyway, with determining first.
Because playing open war, because we're friendly people, Nick.
Yeah, we're nice. We're not competitive.
More posh, I'm common.
We don't know,
but
what
we're still
doing.
friends.
Yeah, for now.
Yeah. So you've decided to go second, have you not?
I think on the basis I've won the roll off and I can decide what to do.
It does seem like the coward's option, frankly.
Let's see how you do.
All right.
Your army's literally yellow.
Eldar, yeah. All right, yeah, well played. Eldar, turn 1. Behold the Strands of Fate, high quality product that we've designed here at Warzone Morloc. Copyright, trademarked. Here we go. 6 dice. I get rolled for this battle size. And I retain 4 of them. These are the dice I've decided to retain to see if they come in handy. The Wraith Guard have pushed forward to try and utilise a bit of cover here. There's nothing for them on offer at the moment. They're being escorted by the Farseer on jet bike. I have my Wraith Knight has pushed forward onto that objective there. These guys have just pushed around so they're out of line of sight from any potential shooting coming from that avenue there, holding that objective. My 5 Prism 1 has moved to get line of sight on the jet bikes over there. This one has moved to get line of sight in case they shift. So I've got 2 avenues of cover, and with the linked fire stratagem, both can use each other's fire. The Wraith Blades are waiting in there, potentially for a counter charge. He's hanging back because he can use a strat to boost his power anyway, and he's quite handy on that objective. Basics have stayed still, and the jet bikes have moved over this way just to sort of screen off a little bit from anything coming around the corner there and hosing these guys down. Eldar Psychic Phase. A lot of my effective stuff is out of range for the offensive stuff, so over here I'm going to cast Fortune and Will of Azurian onto the Wraith Guard here. So go for Fortune first. Nails it.
It's a 7.
Yeah, which gives them, what did I say?
5
it did?
plus
A 5 plus Feel No Pain.
Or Feel No Pain,
yeah.
okay.
And Will of Azurian would make them obsec, but also in terms of morale, if they get hammered, I automatically pass any morale test. So that goes off on a 6.
Don't get that.
Oh. As Nick just reminded me, with the leadership twist of this game, could be an issue. So I'm going to re-roll that for 1 CP. Oh, it would
Why don't you have Perils of the Warp?
Aha! But we do not
Ridiculous.
get perils, do we? Because we are a Farseer and we cannot perils.
Ridiculous.
In the shooting phase, we've got 2 fire prisms. They're within 12 inches of each other. And I've got the stratagem for 2 CP linked fire, which means this one is going to use that one's prism cannon firing on focused fire mode against the jet bikes over there, because we do ignore invulnerable saves which they've got and which they very much rely upon.
Looking back, I probably should have gone first.
CP for
I'm paying 2 CP for Arcane Genetic Alchemy, which for anyone is essentially transhuman physiology. Basically, you're only going to be able to wound me on a 4+, despite having strength 14, I think.
Yeah, well, that's well played, because once they do get through, they should wreck your day. So, 4 dice hitting on
3s, is it?
3s to hit. Only the 2. I'm going to CP one of them.
Another CP spent, okay.
Yeah, for another one that's gone through.
That's a shame.
And again, it's going to be 4s to wound, isn't it? Because of what you've just played.
Yeah, 4s to wound.
What is it?
Oh, it's 2 and a 3!
That's
so-
only the one
That saved me.
dirty. So only one's gone through, so it's 3d3 damage?
So it's -5, you said.
Yeah, -5, which goes through all of your armour save, I believe.
Because they're 2+ armor save, and I didn't think I'd need to be in range of anything to keep them safe. And you said no invulnerable save is allowed.
That's right. According to the stratagem, it means I can...
That is monstrous.
Invulnerable saving throws cannot be made against any attacks made by that model with that weapon.
Well, then that goes straight through my Custodes armor, which is supposed to be nigh on impregnable. So it's 3d3, and they think they got 5 wounds each.
Yeah, it's not. It's lame.
That's 4. That's 4 wounds.
Yeah. Didn't even kill
One.
Can't re-roll one either.
No, you can't.
Oh well. It's
Okay.
it's a turkey roll, as everyone expected. But you know,
Everyone at home knew that was going to happen, but still.
Yeah.
So one's alive on 1 wound.
Next up to fire is going to be the Wraith Knight Star Cannons against the Custodes squad just down there. We've got 2 Star Cannons, so heavy 2, so hitting on 3s to hit.
Oh, no! This is some proper bill rolling already.
It's a
Fantastic.
turkey of a roll. Turkey.
1 hit.
Yeah.
Strength 7.
7, yeah.
So
So,
3+ to wound.
well,
it's
yeah,
a
wounded,
wound.
yeah.
And minus what? Sorry.
-2.
-2.
Star Cannon. So -3.
-3. So
and
they're
2
4+
damage.
invulnerable save, so it goes back to their 4+ invuln. It's a save.
Yeah, this is how this is going. All right.
Give me time.
Last unit to shoot will be the Rangers, who are going to target the Vexillus over there.
Vexillus Praetor.
Praetor over there. Because of their lookouts ignoring ability, they can target him now. I've got 5 Ranger long rifles hitting on 2s. All hit.
Nice.
Now it's only strength 4, but
Sorry.
6s to wound will automatically cause a mortal wound.
Which of course I have a 4+ save against because I'm the Emperor's Chosen. That's one of my
aren't you the
shield
Emperor's
traits.
bloody chosen?
So I'm toughness 5, so it's 5+ to wound. That's 2. No 6s to wound. I'm
No,
afraid.
so only 2 have gone through, so no mortal wounds.
2 wounds.
And
Minus-
the damage is AP -1 and 1 damage, so it's not great.
No, so just 3. So down to a 3+ save.
Yeah.
1 goes through.
How many wounds has he got?
I'm going to guess about 5 or 6.
No, I haven't even touched the side. In the charge phase, this knight is thirsty. Having thirsted for the blood of the Custodes.
Purple and thirsty.
Now we've measured it up. I would need an 11. If only there was a strand of fate woven from the Farseers where I could. Oh look, hang on. I have a 6 there. So all I'm going to need now is a 5 to make this charge. It's a 2. So the strands of fate didn't work out this
They
time.
lied.
But it's going to be Custodes turn 1. Are you excited?
Very excited to
Let's
try
see
and do
what
something
happens.
back. Oh, my first thing I have to do in my command phase is choose which stance of my current martial kata I'm using. I'm using stance 2. So it means that every time I do a normal move or advanced move with any of the models who've got the kata, I count as having stayed stationary just for the shooting. So I can't charge, but shooting doesn't get affected by advancing, which is really, really useful, especially
Okay.
with the Virtus Praetors.
Oh,
I've come around
la.
here and I'm real pissed about that fire prism thing you just did.
Well, they're no match for my 3 puny Wind Riders.
You think that's my target? This thing back here is what I'm interested in.
La la.
Oh lord!
Times are bad. Troubles are coming.
The shield captains followed them round. He can't actually get into range himself, but he can certainly add his reroll aura to them. Squad of Guardians have moved up just to be a little bit more in support because they weren't doing much over here. The Adeptus Custodian Terminator has stayed on this objective.
Yeah.
Trajan, the Virtus, the Vexilla Praetor, the Blade Champion, and my squad of Custodians have all moved up. Mostly to get massacred by this big knight thing, but also to get in range
I
of the
don't think
objective.
so. I think it'll be the other way around.
We'll see. And then, well, you've got a squad of 10 Wraith Guard.
9.
9, sorry.
Like,
And then
yeah,
finally the
better.
guys at the back have just stayed where they are. Obviously no deep strike in this round from the teleporting guys, so they're all staying in reserve. So
And Telemon can walk around the corner.
Oh, I'm sorry, I keep not seeing him. The little Telemon who could.
Terry Telemon.
I like to think of him as the tip of my the tip of my spear.
Yeah, just a tip
Just
coming
a
around the
tip.
corner there.
So he's going around and he's not happy either. So
No psychics from the Emperor's finest.
we don't need none of that nonsense.
No, so straight into some shooting.
Absolute. So starting off with the Telemon now, the Spiculous Bolt Launcher on the top is going to fire up into these ranges. How many wounds has the Wraith Knight got? Is it 24 or something?
Something
ridiculous.
yes.
I'll tell you what, let's aim at the Wraith Guard for the time being.
Okay.
I'm quite concerned about those. So we'll do the 5 shots to the Rangers first of all. He's 2+ to hit and I get 1 free reroll of either hit or wound because of my Empress Chosen. So I'll take the reroll there. That's excellent.
It's always
Good
going to be a
stuff.
1.
Good stuff. The rest of them look great. It's Strength 5 against your Toughness 3.
Toughness 3 because I am feeble, bird-like, elvish.
So the men
Another expletive.
thing.
Yeah.
3 pluses to wound. So all wound.
Oh.
But you've got your nice, despite having a 5+ save originally, you're in cover. So it's
And with Ranger Cloaks.
and range cloaks. It's a 3+. It's -1, so it's 4+ saves. Do you want to use my dice?
Yes, I will. Watch this.
Only one
Okay,
dice.
2 are dead.
No, just 1. It was only -1, and you were a 3+
yes,
save. So
one
only
dead.
1.
We'll
One
take-
dead.
We'll take that one. No, take that one. No, take that one.
Just look through his
yeah.
stupid
He's like,
binoculars.
can you see something?
And the 2 shots from the Arachna Storm Cannon on beam mode, funnily enough, into the Wraith Guard at the back.
So that's like a focused fire, is it? Like,
It is. And in
okay.
fact, looking back, I'm not sure why I used my free reroll on their crappy shots. I really should have been thinking more about this. So there's something to remember. I should have
greedy.
been
We got greedy.
Absolutely. You got too excited. So if it's 2 1s and we really... There's my 1. That's what I should have re-rolled,
Oh,
not the
you
first
turkey.
shot. Stupid.
Targeting the death guard, the Wraith Guard.
So it's hit with just 1 of just the 2 hits I should have done. Only hit once, and so it's a 3+ to wound. Excellent. So that was well worth it. The Telemon's about as good as it usually is. Fantastic. I killed 1 ranger. That was worth 295 points, whatever it was.
The Lone Ranger. Next up to shoot is going to be these flies buzzing around the groin of my Wraith Knight.
You'd know all about that, Bill. Here we go. It's 2 pluses to hit, but with rerolls thanks to Trajan Valoris. So 2 pluses to hit. Reroll for Trajan. That's a hit. So 6 hits. They're only strength 4, and I'm guessing you're going to be toughness 8.
Toughness 8, yes.
Toughness 8. So 6+ to wound. However, I get 1 free. I get rerolls of 1. I think within range of Trajan. Anyway, I'll double check it in a minute, but certainly rerolls are 1. I think so. 6 is to wound. Absolutely none, but I can reroll the 2 1s I believe for Trajan. Nothing. That's fine.
Answers on a postcard. If
3
Nick was right or wrong.
3 more shots from the Guardian Spears over here. Exactly the same again. So it's, I believe the Spears are only ever 1 shot, aren't they? Yes, they're rapid fire. So 3 shots, 2 pluses to hit, with an intrinsic reroll for Emperor's Chosen. So that's it. So
Nice.
Well, I need the 6s for wound actually, but
You've
never
used them
mind.
up now.
Oh, there's 1 wound.
One's gone
1
through.
wound.
What's
And
the
it's
damage?
-1, so I'm guessing it's 2 damage, but obviously
-1 AP goes to a -0 because of IYANDEN.
IYANDEN, of course. And then you
Does
reduce
that apply to a
damage.
Wraith Knight? I think it does.
I think so.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
And you reduce damage by 1 anyway as a Wraith construct, so a 2 damage weapon becomes a 1 damage weapon. So
Indeed.
actually, it's just a 3+ save for a 1 wound at most.
Oh,
1
taking
wound
one wound.
caused.
Yeah, okay. Some of the yellows come off. Trajan fired his shots, didn't he? But to no effect.
Absolutely no effect. Now, what we were really interested in from the start was over this side.
Yes.
5 Virtus Predators with salvo launchers, all putting their rockets into that thing.
Oh,
Five.
lordy.
They're all in range, and they've got the shield captain at the back, so they can re-roll 1s to hit. And I've already got an intrinsic re-roll of potentially 1 to wound
Oh,
on
I'm
one
going
of
to
them anyway.
die.
Have you got?
We're in.
We're in. This is exciting. This is very exciting. So, 5 shots, 2 pluses to hit with salvo launchers
the Wraith
against the prism.
Prism, sorry, Prism.
It's
There's the
like
Prism.
to you.
I was just, yeah.
2 plus to hit re-rolling 1s for the shield captain
So it's
nearby.
impossible to miss, yeah, cool.
Yep, pretty much. They are strength 8.
Toughness is 7.
So 3 pluses to wound, and I can re-roll 1 wound roll. Re-roll 1 of them. Nope. So 3 go through. It's -4.
Oh,
I'm guessing there's no armor save for
my
that.
save is a 3+.
-4
so no,
goes
yeah.
straight through that.
Oh, no.
So each of those is D3
my.
+3.
Oh, no.
So that's 9 wounds plus 3 D3.
How many wounds have I got?
I don't know. Not
12. Let's done it then.
No, it is. Yeah, that's going to be pretty. There's no any save or anything you've got on this.
Nah, I got nothing. So that maxes it out, doesn't it?
I think that's it. I think
so do I explode?
That's 12 wounds because you cannot. So it's 9 wounds plus 3 dice, and you.
Okay. Do I explode on 6? I'm negative, so
It's a shame,
I am
'cause that would
gone.
have been hilarious.
How do you feel about wrecking one of my brand new, highly, time-consuming painted models?
First of all, we all know you paint things within about an hour, which is really upsetting to the rest of us.
True that.
Second of all, I feel
Don't care.
great.
You feel great, yeah.
I feel good.
We've got a lonely little spirit here. He's going. He hangs around with the dead anyway, but now he's lonely. So what's next?
That is about the end of my shooting.
I'm going to try and chop up my knight.
I would love to, except I can't charge. I've advanced and I was able to shoot with them, but they're not allowed to charge as well as on top of all those other things.
Okay.
So I think that is as far as I go. So it's just adding up the points at the end of the battle round, which is now obviously.
Yeah. So okay, at the end of this battle round, you've got
1, 2, and I will hold this middle one
3,
because I'm
yep.
obsec.
And I will have 1, 2, 3.
Nice and simple. 3 each.
3 points all. Lots of dead stuff for me. Just at the end of turn 1, I took a leadership test, and 2 more rangers ran for their lives. Now, at the beginning of battle round 2, we're going to roll to eliminate one of these objectives.
This could be quite amusing, actually.
Let's have a look where they are. So we've just numbered them off. So
I've got 5 and 6 on my side.
5 and 6 over there.
In the centre, we've got 1 and 2, and at your side, we've got 3 and 4. Don't ask us why they are those numbers. That's just the way.
Doesn't matter, does
it?
it? Doesn't matter.
What's it going to be? What's going to randomly disappear?
1.
Oh, it's this one!
Oh no!
Oh, the basic Biatchi's got nothing to do over there now.
Oh no, the Biatches are going to have to get a wiggle on. Turn 2 for the Eldar. Some movement over here. The Wraith Knight is going to go and try and chop that in half. The Wraith Guard have pushed onto this objective over here with a look to try and annihilate the squad that is up there. The Farseers are following closely behind. I've got major threat problems over on this side though, which the Wraith Guard would be ideal for taking on, but I think I'm just too far away and I'd be giving up the middle. So what I've done here is these guys have retreated. They only rolled a 1 inch for their advance, so they're just basic.
Ready for a counter charge.
Yeah, ready for a counter charge. Yeah. The bikes are holding firmly here. The fire prism has moved over here. Activated the vectored engines, is it?
Vectored engines.
That allows me to basically shift with battle focus after my shooting.
Cowardly cuss.
Which, yeah, it's the only way to stop it getting annihilated. I'm yet to move my Wraith Blades yet. I might bring them out to play, I'm not sure yet. Over here, these guys have stayed firmly in control of objective number 3. And the 2 Lonely Rangers are just going to see the day out over there. Let's see what I can do with the Wraith Blade. Okay, I did run the Wraith Blades out of the building here because I'm concerned, obviously, we've got some units waiting to come in over here. And as they were in the building, they could be seen through the door, so they could be shot at, whereas now they're behind the obscuring terrain from the bikes. So, onto the psychic phase. I need to buff these guys up. First of all, I'm going to try and make them obsec with the Will of Azurian.
Say that twice.
Will of Azurian. Here we go.
More charge 6, 8, that's a nice clean in.
Yeah, so they are now objective secured models,
Yes,
which would
indeed.
put me in scoring range if they stay alive. The next one, I'm going to try and put Fortune on them with the Farseer. So that would give them a 5+ feel no pain.
Yep.
That goes off on a 6.
You get it.
Nailed it.
Nice.
So they're double hard. And now the Farseer on the jet bike is going to cast Guide and Doom respectively. So let's go for Guide first.
Guide
on the
once again on the
guys
dead.
here.
My goodness, these guys are going to be buffed.
Oh,
Why can't you just have perils?
Do I re-roll? So I'm going to attempt to re-roll that for Guide. Goes off.
Nice.
And lastly, Doom on the same unit for the mega buffs. And we're all fully charged up.
Every psychic power.
We're fully
Very
buffed
nice.
up and we're ready to do some reckless work. Now, these are my strands of fate dice for this phase. Just have a look there.
Just ignore the dead rangers.
Yeah, the Rangers are long dead. Didn't get any psychic ones, which is why I was using CP to reroll, but some quite handy ones. Mega buffed Wraith Guard are targeting naturally, as we've nominated within the psychic phase, that unit of custodians there.
Why?
Why? Because they're going to die. In case I don't get it done, I've put on obviously the Will of Azurian, which means they're obsec. But I can't get that many bases around the objective, so at the moment it would be a draw, wouldn't it? So I need to kill at least one of you to really double down there.
Absolutely.
So we've got the Wraith Cannons, which are dirty. So
With 3 plus to hit re-rolling because
yeah.
of fortune. You missed 3 times, so re-roll those.
yeah, let's get those out of the way and re-roll those. Looking for 3s. All hit. So strength 10 against toughness.
5.
So looking
2s
at 2s,
to
sorry,
wound,
but
re-rolling because of doom.
There's always a couple for me.
Oh,
We've wounded
no.
everything.
Oh, hang on, stop. Don't remove anything. The 6
Because 6 to wound does
that's
a mortal wound.
as well. So one more, I'll do that now because mortal wound, I get 4 plus.
Yeah,
against.
get out of the way.
I don't save it, so 1 mortal wound on one of them.
One's down. Now the rest are AP -4. So we will still get a little cheeky save here, despite everything.
I can't believe, because I was so interested in listening to what you were doing, I didn't think to pop my Arcane Genetic Alchemy. That's a huge mistake, and a lot of people are going to be really upset about that. I was so interested. Oh, look at these D cannons! Look what they're doing. He's giving me the D, and then the next thing I know, that was a massive mistake. We'd have to go back and see all the different wound rolls at this point, so I better not. I think it's a bit cheeky.
It's hard cheesing the old chum, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a bit hard cheese. It's my own mistake for forgetting. Right, 5 plus saves. So 1, 2, 3 saves, which means 6 of those shots go through, and each of those is
D3 +3.
Well, they're dead then, aren't they?
Yeah. So yeah. Next up, some hot star cannon action going into the Telemon, hitting on 3s. Oh, we've all hit. Strength 7, toughness. It's toughness 8, so it's 5 to wound. Here we go. Oh, we got 1 through.
It's the 1 wound, and it's minus
-2, I believe it was. Star cannon.
-3, I think, wasn't it?
You're right.
He's got a
3.
4 plus invulnerable save regardless because he's a Telemon. Goes through.
2 damage.
2 damage,
yeah.
and it's
just softening him up for the glaive that's going to go through his skull.
Actually, let me say, so he's got the old Dreadnought rule that it's -1 to damage, so it goes down to 1 wound.
Oh, nice.
And then
the duty eternal.
6 plus feel, essentially duty eternal, and 6 plus feel no pain. No, doesn't get it. So 1 wound.
If you would have got it, it would have really wound me up. Next up to fire is going to be the fire prism. I popped the vectored engine so it can duck out in a minute. You will be getting your invulnerable saves, Nick, because I don't have the linked fire. So here we go, hitting on 2s. Oh dear. I'm going to CP it. For another miss.
Well worth it.
1's gone through. Strength, it's more than double, so 2s to wound. Wounds goes through, so you've got your invulnerable save on the bike.
I do. I've only got 1 guy's on 1 wound already, 4 plus save. He doesn't save it, do I?
D3, you're going to re-roll?
Do I want to keep that bike alive? Yeah, let's re-roll it.
Oh la la.
4 plus. Yeah!
Nice, scumbag. Okay, I'm going to do my battle focus roll. Let's try and get this fire prism out of the way. It's 3 inches, which should be enough to just shimmy me.
Just about.
Behind there. Alright. Charge phase. Let's get that Wraith in there.
That's what you fail.
Nailed it.
Oh, shame.
Get toe to toe.
Oh.
I've got 5 attacks. I'm going to cash in my Strand of Fate hit dice for 1.
Nice.
So it goes there. And the rest I'm looking for 3s to hit.
I'm going to just pop the Emperor's Auspice at this point.
The Emperor's what?
Emperor's Auspice.
It's Orifice.
Auspice. The Emperor's Orifice.
That's what it's plugged into.
For 1 CP. And that means basically you can't re-roll anything. No re-rolls allowed at any point in this phase.
Okay.
So anything you do, so not re-roll to hit, no re-roll to wound, etc, etc.
Luckily Strands of Fate don't count as a re-roll.
No,
yeah, that's well handy. So 4 more dice hitting on 3s. All hit.
Oh, that's it's not good.
And then I'm going to cash in a 3 Strand of Fate wound dice.
Oh, here we go.
So 1's automatically wounded, and these 4 will be wounding on 3s.
3s.
4 have gone through.
That's not good. Right.
Now we are.
I've got 4
strike. It's -4 AP.
I've got 4 plus invulnerable save. Really need a few of these to go off. really, really need this. 2 go through. 2 go off. 2 go through.
And that is 6 damage apiece.
Just 6 damage. No, not 6 plus D6 or something.
No, no, just a flat 6. So it's 12.
I think I'm going to have to re-roll 1 for another CP. Got to try. It was worth it.
Oh, you've saved yourself 6 wounds with that reroll.
That's well worth it on that one.
No, I thought I was going to get it done then.
So on the strat, not for that. So
Trajan Valoris gets you rerolls on your strats that we forgot to do earlier.
So I did one. Yeah, I did one just now, and I've also done the command reroll. So either of these is a 5+. I get it back.
Nice.
Get one back.
Oh dear. And for the 6 damage taken, there's a 6+ feel no pain available to him.
No,
not today. Not this call sign. So now it's your attacks coming in. Now you've got 4+1.
4+1 because he gets 4 attacks standard +1 for having his impressive fist, which
so
I think we'll all agree is pretty impressive.
Some hot fisting action coming in.
So 2+, and I've got a reroll available when I need it, which I'm going to definitely use now. Excellent. So there's my 5 hits. It is strength. Believe it or not, it's going to be potentially more stronger than your glaive.
Sounds about right.
Yeah, about right. Strength 16.
Oh, I'm toughness 8. So
2 used to wound.
No
rerolls now. So 4 go through. And it's 4. You've got a 4+ invulnerable.
4+ invuln save. Yeah. Watch this.
3 go through.
Oh, no.
Now each one of those is 4 damage, but you reduce each hit by 1.
That's right.
So it's 9 wounds you've taken, I think. Oh, we're going to batter the hell out of each other for a little while.
I go down to 9 wounds.
12, you're on 12 wounds.
12
I'm
wounds,
on 9
9
wounds after that monstrous punching and hurting each other.
That's
Custodes turn 2.
What have we done?
So first thing is choose a new stance of my martial Qatar. I could have stayed on the other one, the Callistus, and gone with the other stance. However, I'm going to change to Rendax, which is the specific one that the Empress Chosen likes. So they get to use both the stances on this card for this turn, and I can then use one of the stances next turn should I choose to do so. Basically, this turn it's all about monsters and vehicles. So any vehicle or monster target, any time I make an attack against them, an unmodified roll or hit roll of 6 automatically wounds as well, which would be very, very useful. And also, if I've made a charge move, was charged, or performed a heroic intervention this turn, I add one of the strength characteristics of any attacks against it. Do I want to do... Joe, I'm having a horrible case of seconds, actually. I'm not charging your monster or vehicle over there, and I'm not charging your monster or vehicle over there.
Because they're already in combat.
They are indeed. I think... Do you know what? I'm going to change that. I won't use the both stances this turn. I'll give myself that option next turn. I'll just keep the against a vehicle or monster unit, an unmodified hit roll of 6 automatically wounds the target.
Okie dokie.
So we do that. So the movement's done. So the Vertus Praetors and the Shield Captain have all moved up. It's a lot to be putting down this flank against Guardians and direct fights, but those
I'm massively outmatched on that side now.
That side is not looking good, I must admit. But then there's a lot.
Hopefully, number 4 vanished.
These 3 are doing very little, so they've just pushed up to try and get involved later on. The Blade Champions moved a bit closer, and the Vertus Praetor and Trajan have both got a little bit closer as well. So they've got the option of charging into your Wraith Guard over here. No. Obviously, the combat's staying on here because that's just so cool. I just can't interrupt that.
I've massively been sucked in over there, to be fair, because my Wraith Light would be much handier over here. But because they're so fast, then...
and that's the thing, trying to tie them down to pain. And in the back, from the Teleportarium, in comes the Dreadnought at the back, getting close to your Farseer, hopefully, and the Alaris Custodian Terminators there as well, threatening the Guardian.
Now that the reinforcement step of the movement phase for Nick is complete, and these guys are down, I'm going to play a cheeky stratagem called Forewarned, which means because I have a Psyker nearby, my Farseer, I can pick a unit that can target one of the arrivals, which I'm going to pick the Dreadnought, and can target it as normal, as if it was my shooting phase. That's 2 CP, so it's quite a hefty spend, but it does mean I get...
Nothing ever good from you coming and having a look at your deck, and then you find a card like that sitting in it.
Oh, by the way, yeah, my super buffed, and of course these Doom and Guide are still on, so I'll be re-rolling.
Doom doesn't not.
Oh no, because I targeted them, but Guide does.
You get to re-roll your hit rolls.
Yeah, so Doom doesn't come into play.
So 9 3+ to hit.
Here we go. Oh, I dropped one.
Sweaty hands.
Yeah, it just stuck to my greasy palm. Don't ask me how. Okay.
Just 2 misses amongst that lot. So when you re-roll those with
the Guide.
There you go. So 1 still misses, but 8 hits.
8 hits.
That's not good. 10
against toughness.
It'll be a 3+ to wound basically. Yeah, strength toughness 7.
3+ is to wound.
Oh, that's fortunate.
1, 2. Only the 3.
That's 2 of those 2 6s are mortal wounds, though, aren't they?
That's right.
And my martial Kataras, I get to on 4+s resist those mortal wounds. Excellent.
Snake Eyes full.
Excellent. That's 2 mortal wounds. So down to 7 wounds.
And the normal damage from the other 3 shots that have gone through.
So three 4+ invulnerable saves from thanks to his nice fancy shield. To see if I can actually do more than a 1. Oh, 2 1s, great!
Oh. So you saved one of those, so 2 have gone through.
And hang on, I might have to re-roll one of those dice.
Now, Nick having learnt the damage of the D cannons, the power of the D.
The power of the epic D.
Or Wraith Cannon, sorry.
Re-roll one of those invulnerables. I've got to try. I don't like re-rolling all my saves. No, it goes through anyway. Goes through
so
anyway.
It's D3 plus 3. So what's he down to?
We're down to 7 wounds at the moment.
7,
you're going to kill him at the moment. So at the moment, so that's 5 wounds and 4 wounds. So that's 9 wounds. Now he's got only 7 wounds left because your mortal wounds to him. However, he's got he reduces all damage by 1. So that goes back down to 7. And then on top of that, he's got the Unyielding Ancient, so he has 6+ Feel No Pain. Okay. So I've got 7 rolls, 6, and I need one of these to be a 6 quite urgently to keep him alive at this point. Otherwise, I'm in serious trouble. Oh, 1/6!
Oh my lordy! So you're alive on 1 wound.
He's down to 1 wound.
You scumbag!
That was the best 2 CP you've ever spent.
Oh yeah, it was. I'm quite happy with that. I could have. Does he go into raspberry mode?
No, because he was only started on 9 wounds. He doesn't have raspberry mode, but he's still. I mean, 1 wound down from 9.
I might be able to do him with something else. Some extra shooting has gone in, so these boys down here have fired all their shots into the Guardians, which managed to kill 3 of them only. Some proper whiffy shooting over here.
Yeah, not very good. You're very good armour saves, I think.
Yeah, I've done quite well with the Serpent's scale, whatever they call it, the 5+, and getting rid of those 2s to wound from your flamers made a lot of difference because you had like 3 2. So that alone saved me a bit of pain. Also, I've managed to sort of grow the charge distance a little bit for potential charging. Over here, Trajan and his boys all got some shots in on the Wraith Guard. They took 1 down to just 1 wound remaining.
Yep.
These guys over here did fire, but they were ineffective. So now we are with the Telemon.
We're with the Telemon. So the Telemon is firing obviously everything into the Wraith Knight. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 shots with his Spiculous Bolt Launcher on top. 2 pluses to hit.
Spunkulous Bolt Launcher.
And I'll remember this time. I won't use my reroll this one. I'll wait till the
wait for the good gun.
Wait for the good gun. And it is 6s to wound, and he doesn't get the Martial Qatar. So actually, that's useless of me to have ever thought of that in the first place. So it's just 6 pluses to wound.
It's a school day, mate.
He's got 2 6s. 2 6s in there. -1, so it's 2 4+ saves, please.
Let's do that right now for you. Yeah, I'll treat yourself to... Hold it,
hold it. 2 6s, unreal.
Nailed it.
It's unreal.
I thought you were going to roast me then, but there's more to come, isn't there?
There certainly is.
That's just the pittance fire from the Spunkulous.
2 pluses to hit. Say Spunkulous one more time. Spunkulous. Okay. It's a strength 8 weapon, I believe, so it'll be a 4+ to wound, and I do have my reroll still on this.
Yeah.
Let's make sure I'm doing the right thing. Yep. So 4 pluses to wound. Reroll that. No, so my reroll's been great today.
Every single one of your rerolls has resulted in the same dice roll. Do you know that?
It's quite bizarre,
impossible.
Actually. And it is -4, so you get your 4+ invulnerable save.
Yeah, watch this. Uh-oh.
Nice. It's 3 damage, however, you only you reduce it by 1. However, that does put you down to 10 wounds, and being that you started on 22, I'm guessing you're raspberry.
I'll be in bracketed mode,
guessing
you're
down to your not so good profiles now, so that's something, that does help.
Yeah,
Okay, finally the shooting, very importantly over here. The Virtus.
Uh-oh. It's bad news over here.
Bad news in the Warzone. I've got 1, 2, 3 Praetors can see, or maybe 4 Praetors can see your thing over here, but not the last one, I don't think. The last one can't draw a clean line of sight.
Okay.
Oh no, not over the corner of that building, you can't. So 4 Virtus Praetors are going to fire at the
Fire Prism.
The Fire Prism. One of them will fire at the jet bikes, and the Shield Captain will do another one separately. So 4 at the Fire Prism, 2+ to hit. All hits. It's strength 8 against toughness 7, I think. The 3 pluses to wound, and I do still have a reroll available, which is quite useful. Nope. Because who wants a reroll? 2 go through, and it's -4, and each one of those is 3 + D3. So I don't. Do you remember? Was it 12 wounds you had in total, or something like that?
Something like that.
Something like that. So that is 3. That's 9 wounds you've taken. The last Praetor is firing a missile at the bike, as will the Shield Captain.
Okay. Yeah, I'm going to play lightning fast reactions which means you must subtract 1 from your hit rolls.
Okay.
Against the jet bikes, that is.
So I've got a 3+, re-rolling 1 for the captain nearby for the Virtus Praetor.
I should have played this at the start of the thing, really, but...
And he does miss, and he doesn't get... Oh, he gets an innate... Oh, no, he doesn't. He does get his innate reroll. He does get his innate reroll because of being Empress Chosen. And I don't think they've...
You need a 3 now, yeah?
I think I used that already against the Wave Serpent, so I don't get that
Okay,
reroll.
so that's actually
ignore that one.
saved
Ignore
the
that one.
Guardian bike, yeah.
That did save a bike, and then the Shield Captain gets 2+ to hit. Hits.
Oh.
And it's a strength 8, so I'm guessing...
I don't know.
We'll roll it and see if it's obvious. It's going to wound.
Oh no.
Oh no!
Oh lordy.
It's -4 and then it's D3 + 3 wounds. So I'm guessing this is probably not going to end very well. That's 5 wounds on 1 jet bike.
1 jet bike is annihilated. Fine shooting from the Custodes.
Thank you very much.
What's next?
Now comes the really fun stuff. We're going to do some charging. So we're going to do the bikes first of all into the Guardians.
Oh no. I'm not going to bother overwatching because I'm running low on points. Command points, that is.
I think that will do.
With abundance.
Yeah, clear.
The captain didn't make it into the charge over there, did he?
He's managed to stay within 6 inches to give his buff to them, but no, he failed miserably to make it into the charge, despite it being a nice shiny jet bike.
Yeah, they've made it into the Guardians. Over here.
The Blade Champion made it in with a very nice easy 3, and Trajan and his Praetor joined in as well, so everyone's charged into your Wraith Guard.
Okay. Go on, Dreadnought time. Charging in, what are we looking for?
We have Eternal Penitent, so I get to re-roll charges. So it's a 9-inch charge, and so I've got to get a chance to re-roll this. So come on to the Farseer. 8.
Oh!
Really need to get this. Don't you want to live?
Oh,
no.
Pitiful.
That's failed miserably.
It's because we messed him up so bad earlier.
However, the Farseer can heroically intervene should you so wish.
Yeah. The Virtus Praetors are going to do their thing to try and catch a couple of guys alive. I'm desperately going to try and play lightning fast reactions again in the fight phase this time. As they're being targeted, they're going to -1 to their hit rolls.
Cool. How many CP is that?
That is 1 CP.
1 CP. That puts you down to 3. Okay.
Loads.
So it's 3.
20.
I've got 20 hits. It's 3 pluses to hit, re-rolling 1s because of the captain. Not a single one.
There's one.
Oh, there's one. There's one. It's a 5. It's a miracle. A re-roll's actually
all
worked.
those 2s are mitigated.
Those are 2.
Let's see if it makes any difference. It might not.
I'll be honest, it probably won't, but we'll see how it goes. It is already... I think I add 1 to the wound roll, but it doesn't really matter because I'm already would be 2+ to wound you.
Oh.
So it's 2 pluses to wound, and I get 1 free reroll for my being Empress Chosen. It's a 1!
Every reroll, Nick. What's going on?
However, that is a lot of wounds. Have you got any kind of invulnerable save because of that weird thing they've got coming
yes, it's
flying on with them? 5+ invulns?
1s and 2s wouldn't have wounded me, would they? We've removed another 3 dice because there was some 2s rolled to wound, which the Serpent Shield gets rid of.
Nice. And do you also get 5+
I have
invulnerable
a 5+ invulnerable save.
Oh, well, you get this many then.
Let's see if the Guardians can stay alive just a little bit longer.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 dead.
Leave 2 alive.
Let's see that combat attrition.
That's all we need.
The Blade Champion is going to fight first. Try and decide what's best to do against them because they obviously reduce damage. It causes a real problem to him, and also because they're toughness 6. I'm going to try the Victus technique, which adds 1 to my strength. It's -4 and 3 damage, so reduced to 2 damage with each hit. You're not character, so I won't get any massive rerolls, but I think it's worth a try. So 2 pluses to hit with my 6 attacks. And I got 1 reroll intrinsically because of Empress Chosen.
Dirty.
It actually hit, it's a miracle.
That's the first time, isn't it? First time.
Almost the first time. And I'm strength 6, it's 4+ to wound you. That's pretty much average. So 3 wounds go through. It's -4.
Okay.
So I'm guessing you don't get a save.
Well, I've got my Fortune 5+ Feel No Pain.
Ah, you do.
But that comes with the damage roll.
That's for the damage roll, okay.
Yeah.
So what it's going to be is, for each of those hits is 2 damage. So the first guy has only got 1 wound left, in fact. So if you roll 2 5+ Feel No Pains for him, unless he gets both. No.
So he's gone.
One guy's dead.
We shall remove him from play.
And then if you roll the next... how many was I? Oh, there was basically 2 more wounds caused. 4 more wounds caused by 2 more hits. So if you roll 4 more Feel No Pains, Nicely done.
Yeah.
So, in fact, another guy suffers 2 wounds.
So yeah, nice one.
So I was hoping a bit more from the Blade Champion, not going to lie.
The mighty Trajan Valoris is now going to get stuck in with his axe.
Damn right he is. And I'm remembering, and we will go back to do the Misericordia attack.
Yeah, we forgot the Misericordia.
We will remember, we will do this.
Yeah, have some chill comment section.
So this dice is the Misericordia, so that's slightly different. These ones are his main Watcher's Axe. So it's 2+ to hit, and he does get the Emperor's Chosen special thing, so he gets to re-roll, so I will re-roll. The Misericordia misses anyway. Let's not re-roll with the Misericordia, because who cares about Misericordia? That one actually hits, so his Watcher's Axe hits, that's what matters. Right, so he's going to be at Strength 10. So 3 pluses to wound, and he's already used his re-roll. Wow, that is awful.
Oof.
Okay, and I don't think he gets...
Hey Nick, you suck.
Oh! He actually got that re-roll 1 in the first place. He actually, as part of his
An inherit skill.
Warlord trait. It's part of his Warlord trait. He gets to re-roll his hit roll. So actually that would have been that. So if you don't mind, I'll re-roll one of these instead.
Of course, you treat yourself to one of those.
Thank you, I'll treat myself to one of these. I won't get it though, will I? I'll get 1.
Justice and balance.
It's ridiculous. It's -3, so I'm guessing you get a 3+ save.
3+?
Sorry, you've got a 3+ save, so it'll be a 6+ save rather.
Yes, that's right. Nothing.
Nice. And each one's 3 damage.
Okay, so I'll get my fortune saves.
Oh yes, that's right, of course.
So how many is that, 6?
Yes. Do you want to? You have to roll them individually to start with because there's only 1 wound on that last guy. So see if he dies to start with.
Do you know what I should have used? Strand of Fate dice.
He probably should have done actually. Looking about it.
Yeah, still getting used to it, aren't I? So it doesn't matter. We're too late. Too far down the rabbit hole now.
So you've got 4 wounds. So just roll them individually. See. So one guy's on 1 wound. You've got 5+ feel no pain. He lives so far.
Yes. Come on.
He did.
Oh, he's gone. Okay.
And the last, and then you can roll them together now. That's fine. Hey, only 1 wound allocated to 1 more person, so you can take him away.
He's gone, and he's down to 2 wounds.
Very nice.
If I can find a 2 on a dice. God, everything's so difficult. Vexilla's Praetor going in with his attacks now. Here we go.
So he's 2+ to hit.
Oh.
This is going well. I'm going to re-roll one of. He's next to Trajan Valoris. Do you know what? I think I'll re-roll
Treat yourself
my
to a
ones. Re-roll my 1s because of thank you.
Yeah, do that.
Thank you, Trajan.
Oh.
Is he core? Hang on, is he core? He's not core. I'm not going to re-roll any of those. I'll re-roll one of them because I get to 1 re-roll with my. Well? Thank you very much. That was my 1 re-roll.
Oh, that's your free re-roll.
That was my 1 re-roll for the Emperor's Chosen. Oh, damn it, guys! Come on, work harder. Guardian Spear in melee is +2 strength, so he's strength 7, so 3 pluses to wound against your toughness 6. 2 wounds go through, and it is -3, so 2 6+ saves, please.
No, nothing.
And both those will, they're 2 wounds each, they go down to 1, but they actually take off that last guy.
Got feel no pain saves.
Oh, you do? Those feel no pains and don't do me any favours. Oh,
so kill the first guy?
No, that's fine, that's just 1 more wound off him because you reduce the damage. No, he's still dead. So 1 more dead. So slowly. I mean, that's some of my best characters, and I've managed to kill what?
Not enough. Nick is now going to play catch up because of the comments about missing Misericordia attacks on the 2 remaining Guardians. It is quite important because
that could be what changes between objective secured and not objective secured, frankly.
Indeed.
So 2 pluses to hit with their little weapons, they all hit. I'm sure they've probably already had a reroll, so I won't have any intrinsic rerolls here. It's strength. Their strength is strength 5, so 3 pluses to wound.
Yeah, that's right.
So 3 wounds go through, and they're -2 each. So down to your 5+ invulns, you need at least 2 of the. No. So that's the last 2 Guardians killed. That is very important.
This guy did actually fail his charge. We forgot to mention it earlier. What's next?
I think the last thing, I do have the option once per game of making Trajan Valoris fight again. Or I could give him an intrinsic save. He gets a chance to just ignore 1 wound caused by you. It's a very nice attack, and I'm thinking, because of how dangerous you are, at the end of the fight phase, if this model is at the engagement raise, it can fight again. So after you've attacked me, I might have the option of fighting again. However, it's not the end of the fight phase. The next thing in the fight phase is that massive Wraith Knight slapping me with its big purple length.
Hey! Attacking back now, the Wraith Knight is going in 5 attacks. Hitting on 4s because he's bracketed. Here we go. Oh, we've got 3 hits.
3 hits.
And we are strength 14, toughness
8, so 3 pluses to wound.
3s to wound.
Oh, only 1 goes through.
Oh, that's a shame. Didn't have a I didn't have a fate dice. Sure, I want to blow it up. Let's use 1 CP to re-roll that one. Yay!
Hey.
Now,
Okay.
how many wounds has it got left?
It has got 9 wounds left.
Yeah, I need to get both through to cut it in half. So that's gone through. It is.
Minus a lot.
It's just -4.
So it's my 4+ invulnerable save at this point.
I need you to fail both to
Yeah, I know you
finish
do.
you off.
Oh, one saves it.
So 6 damage have gone through.
And how many CP I've got left? I don't want to keep using them for these command point rerolls, but I just.
I mean, they're not really affecting the game, these two, to be fair. There's no,
but it's just hilarious. I know. It's important to me.
We're chucking all of our stuff at each other there.
Basically trying to hurt
it has
each
no
other.
bearing on the game.
No, absolutely. I will re-roll that. I'll re-roll my 4+ invuln. No, so I lose a command point on that.
Did you get one back for
Trajan Valoris, thank you very much. 5+. I get it back.
Oh, there you go. It's worth a go, wasn't it?
Thank you for reminding me. Yeah, worth
But
a
you
try.
just take another 6 damage in.
So he's down to 3 wounds, the Telemon.
Telemon's attacking back now.
Yes, indeed. So 5 attacks. I don't think there's any way of boosting him back up to his normal stats. That's only with Land Raiders, bizarrely, with Custodes, I believe. So it's
Trying
4
to sell Land Raiders.
basically. 5 attacks, and it's 4+ to hit now. With 1 intrinsic reroll because he's Empress Chosen. Because that doesn't work. Because we know him. Rerolls
you've
don't
only
work.
had 1 so far. Okay.
And it's strength 16, so it's 2+
Toughness 8,
to
2
wound.
to wound.
2 wounds, and it's your 4+ invulnerable save. That's some
Safe
fine
as
rolling. That's some
houses.
good rolling.
You can't see me. Right, the Blade Guard are attacking back now, so the way it's fallen is these 4 are going to be allocating their attacks into the Blade Champion.
How many attacks each?
They've got 3 attacks apiece,
Okay.
and they're hitting it. Well, they'll be hitting you on a 4 because he's a nutter with.
Because I'm a consummate swordsman.
Just show us a
apparently.
bit of your sword work, Nick, that you just did embarrassingly.
Did you like that? Did you like that?
Oh, it's cringe. And these 2 will put their attacks into the Vexillus Praetor.
Yes.
Okay, we're hitting on 4s up here. Seems
That's
like
pretty good. That's pretty good rolling.
So 4s to wound.
Not
1,
quite so good.
2, only the 2.
Only 2 go through. It's a 2+ save I've got. Saves.
Okay. And down here, the last 2 dudes.
Was it allocated into Trajan or the Praetor?
The Praetor.
Who's down 1 wound, he's down to 5.
So hitting on 3s this time because he hasn't got the blades.
Yes, indeed. So
Doesn't make any difference.
4 hits. Strength 5, toughness 5.
Only 1.
1 wound goes through, and it's a 2+ save. It's a save.
Okay, brilliant.
Nice. That so far is, I'm just going to do a little consolidation move over here with these guys.
Yeah.
And because they are fancy guys, let me just have a little check. I believe I can pay a command point and they can consolidate 6 inches rather than 3, which will put more of them onto that objective potentially than you've got, I think. Sweeping advance can move an additional 3 inches for 1 command point, so that puts me down. I got that back from Trajan, so do I get it back again? No. I do not. So down to 6 command
So they're going
points.
to push onto that objective, yeah?
They should hopefully take that objective.
At the end of turn 2, we are looking at this objective falling into the Custodian's hands because of that extra little
sweeping
advance move there. I'm still holding this one. I'm holding the middle also because I have got more boots on the ground around it, but had I not, I would have got it because of my OBSEC warp power.
Because I'm infantry, everything of infantry of mine is objective secured, so otherwise I would have
brilliant.
contested.
Well, in that case,
that was a very
the
good
Will of
move.
Azurian has paid off massively
definitely.
now. So we'll have to keep a cycle alive to play that again.
So
you're obviously holding the back. So you score 6 points.
Yep, 1, 2, 3.
1, 2, 3. And because one's vanished and there's 2 remaining, I score the other 2, putting it to 6 points to 5.
Before we move on, Nick has decided to use a stratagem where Trajan Valoris can indeed fight again. He's going to have another crack at the Wraith Guard. Here we go. Horrendous rolling going in, taking some damage on the Wraith Guard. I'll allocate 1 wound down to the unit down on his on the platform there. And some extra saves coming in. Not many made. And I used my Strand of Fate dice with the 6 to make a save, keeping my Wraith Guard alive. Going into turn 3, rolling to see which objective is removed from play. It's going to be the one in the corner where all the bikes are, which is beneficial, I think, for me, because that was going to be snatched up by the Custodes. Check out my hot Strands of Fate rolls here. We've got a charge, we've got a hit, we've got all sorts of good stuff going on. Just covering the movement in my face, you may have guessed, but the sound cut out, so I'm doing a voiceover. But as you can see, the Blade Guard are going to front up against the Custodes bikes here, hoping to try and screen off a little bit from getting near my centre objective, the ones that does remain where my Guardians are. The 5 prisms pulled back, might be able to get some shots off depending on the angles. I think they can. The Guardians have moved back behind the obscuring terrain there, so they can't be shot by the Dreadnought or the Terminator, and the jet bikes have come in just so there's a bit of resilience on the objective. In the centre, all my psychic powers still in play there. Farseers pull back a little bit just to stay away from being heroically intervened, but the Wraith Guard hold firm on that objective, and hopefully with the Will of Azurian going off as well as all their other buffs, they can hold for another turn. They've been really good so far. I think they can do it. I'm going to use a Strand of Fate dice to hit with my 5 prism cannon on a focused fire mode against the jet bikes. Nick is playing a stratagem that I can't remember the name of, but it does something, I'm sure, to mitigate some of that. But I've also got another Strand of Fate dice to wound said bike. There's a second to wound roll dice going in. Oh, it's a tasty little 6, that. Let's see what Nick can come back with. It's not good enough. We take off one of the jet bikes, which I'm really happy with. Now, back in the centre of the board, I've got the Wraith Knights are going to be, sorry, Wraith Guard, going to be attacking. I think they can shoot in combat, so they're going to be shooting their guns in combat against the Blade Guard, the Blade Champion, I think he's called. As Nick was explaining there, the Blade Champion can mitigate some of the hitting against him in combat because of his whirling blades. So the rolls are going in here. I hopefully could put some serious damage on him, because if left unattended, he'll just cut through my army. So as you can see, we managed to, with some poor saves, take off a couple of wounds, I believe, from the Blade Champion. Moving on with the shooting, the Wraith Knight is firing its star cannons into the Custodes Dreadnought. Beefy boy. Some shocking wound rolls going on there. Typical Bill Morloc fashion. The fight phase, I should mention that I played the stratagem on the Wraith Blades of Ghost Walk, which would reduce their charge distance, hoping to guarantee a charge into the bikes just to slow them down a little bit, but I didn't really need it because I've made it in with abundance. So hopefully they can move up and get stuck in. So being buffed by the Spirit Seer plus the Citronome of IYANDEN, loads of attacks went in against the jet bikes, and Nick has to make a horrendous amount of saves using a horrendous handful of dice. Let's see if I can actually do any damage to these horrendous Custodes jet bikes. In the end, we managed to take one down to 1 wound, which I was quite happy with. Now the fight we've all been waiting for is going to be the Dreadnought attacking. Loads of dice going in, attacking my Wraith Knight. Now, I'm just going to stop commentating right here because we all know I've messed up. Normal sound does resume from Nick's turn 3, but I'm not going to talk through it, so just enjoy the pretty pictures as Nick and I roll some dice, and some Eldar die and some Custodes die. And I'm going to entertain you with a song known by the name of Wonder Boy by Tenacious D in A minor. High above the mucky muck, castle made of cloud, there sits Wonder Boy sitting oh so proudly. Not much to say when you're high above the mucky muck. Yeah! Wonder Boy, ooh, what is the secret of your power? Wonder Boy, won't you take me far away from the mucky muck? Yeah! Nailed it. Now, if you're still concentrating on the game, you can see that it's pretty much a win for me. But it's not really. Nick's going to cream me. Look at Nick's head. Isn't it lovely and shiny and sweet?
we rejoin the action where we see the Custodes bikes laying waste to the Wraith blades. Some awesome rolling going in from myself. Is it awesome? We can't really tell because I've got no context as to what's happening, because this game was about a week or so ago and I can't remember what I had for lunch today. But fear not, normal volume will resume momentarily. Stick around!
2 plus. So 9 2+ saves, and I've got... Uh-oh. Well, that blade champion is definitely dead. However, now I can finally play... If I'd actually, I don't know if it's even worth it because it's not like he's very good at actually hitting things, but I'll do not Avenge the Fallen. I think it's... I'll find it in a second. Basically, Vigil Unending, I believe it's called. Vigil Unending for 2 command points. I want to use my last 2 command points to hack away at your guys. No, I think I'm going to need some of these command points in a minute, so I think I'm going to let my blade champion go. I hardly knew him.
Goodbye. Custodes turn 3 with audio.
Exciting. With audio now, apparently, which is really nice. So I'm still going to choose my stance. I'm staying in Rendax this time. I am using both aspects of this stance, which means I can actually use both parts of it. It's all to do with killing monsters and vehicles. How have I moved? So far, the shield captain has just moved across slightly to try and have some impact on the game, being that I did invest some good money into him.
Yeah,
good points.
A lot of points there.
The Virtus Predators remain where they are. They're obviously in combat, hoping to finish off the Wraith Blades this turn, if possible. Trajan, because has got to try and rock up on this the Wraith Knight. He's only got 4 wounds left anyway, and the Vixilla is moving over to try and take on potentially the Wraith Guard, who are standing over there. The Dreadnought and the single Aeldari Custodian are both moving over there to try and threaten that objective, especially on the off chance of a charge.
Now, everything that was left over there into the Wraith Blades,
gone.
Killing them outright.
But the shield captain managed to send a missile more like a firework, beautifully, gracefully over the head of anything nearby.
Missed everything over here.
Just a massive, missed a points drain, as I'm going to start calling him now.
Yeah.
The Dreadnought, because he's just got his foot on
he's
the
got
cover.
toe in the building, so these guys were on offer.
So
used the flamer to roast.
Yes, he did.
But because of my inherent protection from 1s and 2s to roll, we protected a few more dudes.
You did indeed. I think 3 Guardians got roasted by him, I believe.
Yeah,
and then
but they're still alive.
They are still alive. And the Aeldari Custodian took out one of the jet bikes as well with his ballistic grenade launcher.
He done quite well.
The Vixilla over here actually managed to shoot and take the last wound off one of the Wraith Guards, so 1 more was killed.
So there's only 3 remaining there. They've been pretty stoic. And over here,
Trajan... Funnily enough, Trajan Minoris didn't manage to shoot to death.
He couldn't hit a barn door.
He hit him, but just didn't kill
bat.
him.
Yeah.
That's all it was. So now, much more interestingly,
combat.
It's the charge phase.
Over here, the Custodes bikes failed their charge against it. It was a tough ask.
Only just.
And on this side, the Dreadnought has stomped through the building, making toe contact with the Wind Rider.
Yes, indeed.
And Trajan has got stuck in over here, and the Vixilla has got stuck into the Wraith Guard over here. So where are we going to start?
I think we've got to start with Trajan.
Trajan can kaboom this fall.
Now, this is what's exciting about this is that the Rendax thing is active, so I need to remember these little things. So an unmodified hit roll of 6 will automatically wound you, and in addition, I actually had 1 to the strength characteristic of my attack as well. So my strength characteristic at the moment is 10 with Trajan, I believe.
Yeah.
So it goes up to 11. Well, actually, it doesn't really make a difference. It's still a 3+ to wound you.
Flaming Nora.
Oh, hang on, and he's got a Misericordia. Because got to remember the Misericordia, don't we? Absolutely, anything to finish you. He got 4 wounds left. I might do it. So it's 2+ to hit, and he has got rerolls to hit as part of his Warlord trait. He hits you.
Yes.
So the Misericordia is at strength 5, so that's a 5+ to wound against toughness 8.
Yeah.
Nope.
There was a 6 to hit there, so it automatically wounds.
The rest of these are at strength 11, I believe, so these are going to be 3+ to wound. And I have 1 innate reroll remaining from my Empress Chosen. Nope. But I have got, that is 5 going through. Now these are your 4+ invulnerable, but each of these are, so they're 3 damage each, reduced to 2, but if 2 of these go through...
2 have gone
2 have gone
through!
He's finished the race!
Oh no!
Oh, the 4! Oh no, now...
I hope your explode and kill you. I'll take you with me. No. Okay. Goodbye,
Trajan finished a Wraith Knight.
That's very thematic. And Trajan can consolidate if he so wishes.
He can indeed.
If only I remembered my snipers, I could have shot some wounds off him. But
he'll consolidate.
They're so well camouflaged on the roof of that grey building in their green and yellow cloaks.
He's going to consolidate back.
The Vexilis Praetor managed to kill one more guy. I did use one of my fate dice, which was a 6 for a saving throw, which would have saved one dude, or saved me losing 2 dudes essentially. But it was a good attack. What's next, Nick?
And finally, it's going to be the Galatus Dreadnought, who's finally got into combat with something with his great big sword.
Gelatinous Dreadnought going in.
Gelatinous Dreadnought fighting now. He's an Eternal Penitent, so he adds 1 to... So he already starts at 5 attacks. An extra 1 because he's a guy who farted in front of the Emperor once, and now he's eternally upset about it.
We've all done it.
Exactly. And in addition, he gets D3 additional attacks because he's got his fancy sword. So he gets an additional 1 attack. So he's got 7 attacks, and this is all against the Jet Bike, which probably is overkill, but here we go anyway. So it's going to be 2 pluses to hit, with a re-roll because he's Empress Chosen. That's a hit, funny enough.
That's my thumb. Yeah.
And he is at strength, strength 6. So, melee. Sorry, strength 7. So 3 pluses to wound. Yeah, things aren't looking good.
Nope.
And each of them is -3 and 3 damage.
Oh lordy! Yeah, watch this. All 6s. No, he's dead.
But what he's definitely going to do is consolidate into those Guardians, please. Ha 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 ha.
Well
Here
played.
comes the Galatus.
Touché, thank you. The Guardians feebly attempt to scratch the shield and the massive sword to no effect.
Which now means you've got just the attacks from your Wraith Guard over there, so 6 attacks. 3 pluses to hit, no longer any worry about a Blade Champion. Oh, that's not good.
I'm re-rolling those because of Guide.
Because of Guide, nice. So 2 more, so it's 4 hits total against the Praetor.
And Doom's no longer in play,
Doom.
so to wound.
Strength 5, I think, and against toughness 5, so 4s. 3 wounds.
Yeah, 3 have gone through, no AP or anything like
So
that.
2 plus saves, and they're all saved.
Nice.
Good old Custodian.
Is that everything resolved
Custodian
there?
army. That, I think, is it so far. So that's the end of the battle round, so it's now totting up.
Scores.
Oh, sorry, must do leadership, of course. So are your Guardians going to...
I am going to play Insane Bravery for 2 CP to keep these guys on that vital objective for me.
That's the end of your CP.
Yeah.
Very sensible.
So I would score that one because I'm OBSEC there.
Yes, you are.
And I will score that one because I'm OBSEC with
OBSEC
Wind
there.
of Azurian.
I'm keeping 2 objectives over here, and so it's 2 all at the moment. So it's 2 objectives each at the end
Putting
of
our
this.
scores to... it was 6-5, so it's now...
A grand total of 8-7, I think.
Close enough. 8-7 to
8-7.
the...
Custodes. The Golden Boys.
Heading into battle round 4, we're going to roll to see which objective will vanish from the board.
Let's have a look. We've got number 5 and 6, and we've got number 3 and number... this was number 2, I believe, over here.
Yeah, close enough.
Let's just say that's what it is. Number 4.
4 already went, didn't
4
it?
are gone.
Roll again.
Number 5.
5.
This one.
Yes, so you'll be
There you
losing
go.
that. Yeah, okay.
I've lost that one.
Game on. Turn 4, we have decided that the objective that has gone would have been over there. And we've theoried it out in that Nick would probably be winning this game because he's going to dominate this objective here as we just moved it over there. I can't finish off the bikes with what's left over here. Rangers are saying hi. Those guys are still in control of that objective there, so you would definitely score 2 points, probably those 2 points there, and I wouldn't score any. So the game would quickly spiral out of control in favour of the Custodes. Would you agree?
I think so. I think it's
Awesome.
going to go that direction by this point, although I must say the Eldar have been like an awesome army, especially the Wraith Guard are so hard. They're
Yeah,
so
I'm
tough.
actually glad I took a unit of 9. If I had a few more points, which I could have done by taking probably something off or something a bit cheaper, 2 units of 5, but then the buffs wouldn't work as well.
Absolutely.
So, you know, a core unit of those, I'll definitely build an army around those again, especially with IYANDEN's enduring stoic resolve. Sorry, the Fire Prism, I think I just lucked out on the dice. I could have taken out a few more jet bikes,
Yeah.
I think, but that's just the way it goes. And the Guardians, surprisingly alive at the end of the turn, but
For now.
they wouldn't have lasted much longer. So awesome.
Awesome game as ever.
A powerful
Thank you very
win.
much.
A powerful win for the Custodes. Bully. Everyone stick around. Thank you for watching. Sorry about the sound issues mid-game, but you know that's how it goes when you're rubbish amateurs. Ambitious but rubbish. Thanks again. Thanks, Poshnik. I can see the light coming off your head.
Appreciate that. Thanks
It's
very
great.
much.
Bye.
Bye.